Actually, this one isn't as depressing as before, because you know what I'm saying, every now and then I get like I don't want to say inspired, but I just get an idea and I'm like, let me try this real quick. So it's not really mine. I was talking to ChatGPT because we got ChatGPT at my job too. So I was like, hey, let me go on here and actually use the ChatGPT at work for work related shit. So I was like, how can we figure out a way to provide, quote, free healthcare in the United States? And then ChatGPT went off on like this thing about we need large pooling and basically recreate Medicare, because they were saying like because I was like, self-funded groups, like I said, the employers basically paying for the health insurance, and the health insurance company isn't really doing anything. They're just like, they're just doing negotiations, and that's not even most of us. So your employer is basically your insurer these days. If you're not a small business, like, and it's usually more cost efficient for small businesses to get fully insured because it's usually cheaper. But for larger companies, like, it's better for them to have self-funded, according to everybody. So regardless of what my view is of it, so I was like, well, what the fuck is wrong with a fully insured plan? And then AI was like, well, fully insured, you know what I mean, like, they're paying you even though they may or may not, you know, have those claims that meet those claim projections. So I was like, well, what if we were to invest the money? And then ChatGPT was like, oh yeah, so you're talking about, I forget what it said, a healthcare wealth fund is what ChatGPT was like. It was like, so you mean a healthcare wealth fund? I'm like, I guess that's what I mean. They were like, basically you would be creating a pension fund for health insurance. Like, you'd be saying, okay, well, you give us X amount of dollars, and as opposed to us just saying we're gonna take the rest as profit. Anyway, as opposed to doing that, we would be operating more like a bank. You know what I mean? Where we would be taking that money and pooling it together, like the excess amount. Like, if you had excess amount of claims, if your claims were this amount and they went over, we would take that excess and invest it for you and put it in an interest accruing account, and basically be a healthcare wealth fund. And then that way you could get plans that aren't like high ass deductibles. You'd be able to get like a regular, like the health insurance like they had in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, when we were children. That healthcare, like, you'd have that type of health insurance where you're like, it's a $25 copay. You got to go to surgery, you got some major issues, you're covered. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that's how you would have to do it. You'd have to do it as a healthcare wealth fund, like a pension. It would accrue interest, because anything in excess, like, anything you pay in, you're going to be able to use that to offer better benefits, and then that money is going to eventually lower the employer's premium and all that shit. So so that was the idea. So we'll see. I'm making ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, I use Copilot, and for some reason AI isn't really good at making PowerPoint presentations. So I'm in there going in and trying to make something look visually appealing, because it's just like some text shit. It's boring. Or maybe boring is the best way to do it. That's probably the best way to do it. There's limited information on there. It's like 10 slides. I'm like, they gave me 10 slides and shit, like with projections and shit, with no actuarial shit. So I guess. I want to get an electric bike. I might just get one of those and ride one of them to work. We having a potluck at work. So we having a event at work, and I'm not going because I just don't want to go. Because I got frustrated, and it still doesn't make any sense. I'm like, if like, okay, here's the part that bothers me. When it comes to a renewal, right? We're not even the fucking insurer. Like, we're the employer is the insurer, right? And I'm like, so why the fuck do we have to do so much work for self-funded plans and underwriting? Like, those things are fucking the devil to work with. Like, there's so many moving parts, and there's so much bullshit you gotta fucking deal with. And I'm like, damn. Whereas fully insured, you just go in and you're just like, okay, what is your loss ratio? Okay, this is your rate. How low do you think it should get? Well, these are your claims. Who are your high cost claimants? Are they gonna go up? Yes or no? Okay, well, here's your rate. Why is your rate so high? How can we lower it? Sometimes we have really negative rate actions where that shit comes back as like negative 14. I got one of those right now I gotta work with. These people got a negative 14% rate action where their rates went down by negative 14%. And we have to increase it to like something that they'll believe. Because if you send somebody some shit saying your rates dropped by 14%, they're gonna say bullshit and they're gonna shop it somewhere else. They're not just gonna take it and run. They're gonna be like, I don't believe you. And so, all right, motherfucker. That's where I came up with the idea for investing and shit. I'm like, if we're gonna do all that, I'm like, we may as well invest their money and shit. Like, cause we already giving them money on these. Well, this is from my understanding. I know other people probably gonna have their own version of it and what things are supposed to be, because the world, everybody has a different perspective. At least I found my lane. My lane is when I think something is stupid, I'm really the one that doesn't know how to figure out shit. So that's what it is. So I think I need to use ChatGPT as a translator to translate my ideas in a way that is, consumable for other human beings. Because if I say it the way I'm thinking it, the person is going to respond with something like ridiculous. Like, I really do think like people just try to antagonize each other all the fucking time. I think that's my problem. Like, I have a very pessimistic view of the world due to my life experience. So I just always assume that people are full of shit. Like, that's my automatic, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, another motherfucker. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go sit at my desk and cry, like, go ahead, quit. I got so much shit I gotta do. It's due on Friday. It's just crazy. But yeah, it's called a healthcare wealth fund. No point in presenting it to anybody because they're just gonna be like, oh, that sounds great. It has to be the right person. Because it can't come from me. I know that much. It can't come from me. Like, I can't be the person to deliver the information because they're just gonna be like, oh, that's great. Just move on. You're like, for real. Either that, or in my mind, I think people are gonna find a way to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? To make it to where it's still gonna be fucked up. Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, well, we're not making any money. I'm like, how the fuck are we making money when we're offering a negative net administration fee? They're like, oh, well, the pharmacy claims are where all the cost is in healthcare. So it doesn't fucking matter what we do. It's always gonna be fucked up. It's basically the moral of the fucking story that they're selling me. And the only answer is gonna be to have a massive pooling of people. Like it's the very thing that they were trying to prevent back in the 90s and the early 2000s, where they were trying to prevent monopolies in health insurance. Apparently that's the fucking solution. You have to pool everybody's money together to spread out the risk. And that way, and here is the really discouraging part. In order to convince hospitals to lower their prices, you have to pool the risk, so it's supply and demand. Literally, that is what ChatGPT said is the main problem with healthcare costs: supply and demand, and the fact that health insurance is fragmented. And they said that because the health insurance companies are negotiating the rates with the doctors, they're saying that health insurance companies are helping to drive up the cost of healthcare by negotiating the rates somehow. So basically, everybody's the bad guy, and there's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix it because it's supposed to be broken. Is the moral of the story. It's supposed to be broken. It's not supposed to be fixed. You're supposed to try to get over on people. You're supposed to try. I thought capitalism meant like you were just trying to make money for yourself and whatever. Like, as opposed to, I didn't know what they meant by capitalism was fuck over people in order to get ahead. I didn't know that's what they meant by capitalism. Like, I'm also starting to think that maybe I don't understand English, let alone Themisceran. I'm starting to think maybe I don't understand English, because the source of my frustration earlier about the renal disease claims is because the person that said, this is what she said, we need to remove ESRD. Please let me know if we can remove it. I literally had to decipher what the fuck she was talking about. Because that's all she said was, we need to remove the ESRD. Can you please remove that and see if we can remove it? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I had to look up what the fuck she meant. And I was like, you mean renal disease? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, can we remove renal disease? Like, what are you talking about? So then I'm like, are you talking about? And so I have to ask her if that's what the fuck she's talking about. And then I'm like, oh, that's what you're fucking talking about. You're saying, and there's like one patient, there was one patient, high cost claimant, that had renal disease. No, the information was not anywhere I could just be like, oh, there's that person. I had to dig through like multiple areas to find out where the fuck this person is. And it's in some art, it's just fucked. Everything has to be fucked. And we're not even, this is a self-funded fucking group. It's so fucking depressing, man. I'm starting to think maybe I should just talk to fucking AI. I'm one of the people that probably just needs to talk to AI and just be like, fuck it, man. Your water's gonna be fucked up because your electricity's gonna be fucked up because every time some shit doesn't make sense, I'm just gonna ask AI. Because these days, AI the only motherfuckers that say anything that makes any fucking sense. Which leads me to think, well, maybe I'm just that far behind that I gotta talk to AI to get information, because maybe human intelligence has gotten to the point where it's just like, if you have to talk to AI, that means you're just not smart. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just not smart. Like, don't talk to me, talk to AI type shit. Like, if you can't figure it out, go ask AI. Like, wow, that's crazy. So, yeah, that shit is fucking depressing as hell. But back to work.